What's going on, everyone? So let's get right into it. Last video, if you missed it, I'm going to link down below. Go watch it, just for the mere fact that we got some videos, and right now I'm going to even be talking about that. The next videos aren't going to make like no sense to you. For the people that have reached out, either commented or actually messaged us or phone called, I appreciate that. Hearing stories from outsiders that haven't been here and hearing that stuff, I try to be as helpful as possible, helping people by the phone too. So thank you, and thanks for watching, as always. Now in this video, what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to show you guys is how much stuff goes on. There's 3 cars specifically in a short time period. They've been scheduled well in advance. I'm going to show you guys on the dyno. One was an FL5, and that was just a short clip. Other one was an FK8. I don't even know if I got that much coverage of that either. Both with big turbo upgrades, one PRL, one RV6. Shout out to RV6 as well. Awesome company. We stock their turbos here. We do the installs. We can help you out on that aspect. And because we get a lot of phone calls as well, we do e-tuning. So keep that in mind. Now, the other car that you're going to see featured in here is an Acura RSX. Fully built here. Everything you see, except the turbo manifold. I'm going to get into that. That Acura RSX is set up for 1,300 horsepower. Now, I covered that more so because we had some issues with it. And I'm trying to show you guys that, stuff does come up. Some stuff is out of our control. If you're familiar with Haltech or the Haltech update they just released, well, watch the video. You're going to be interested in that as well. With that being said, if you found something from this video, please like and share, subscribe, helps the channel keep on growing. I'm going to keep trying to pump out these videos for you. I do have one other car on the other side too. I have some clips. I might actually feature 2 cars, but one car in particular was actually on Jay Leno's garage. I don't know, I can send the link down below too, so I'll have that. That car is awesome. It's got a K-Series in it. I don't want to feature too much of it in this video because I have some other stuff, but you'll see it coming. So appreciate everybody. Thank you. So we move over to this one. It's a Corvette. Yes, we do American cars too, and I'm trying to show you guys that because we still get asked that a lot. This one came in, had I think it was like a hesitation when driving. We didn't tune it, so that makes things a little bit tougher on us. We still went into our diagnostic procedure as normal. And ultimately, what we found a couple things acting weird. We're able to monitor the air fuels. And, the one big thing that we caught was the injector clips were just not up to par. You can see this one's all broken. This one is somewhat broken. And, with a car like this too, where we didn't tune it and it's running bad, we will not test drive something like this on the street and recreate the problem. So we're going off 100% your word. We're gonna try to get all the info we can from you. Now, after we did the injector clips, we also tested the injectors to make sure they were good. We did a leak down and compression test, and that's where I believe our issue lies. The engine is, it's hurt, it's tired, whatever you wanna call it. The numbers were almost all different across the board. Some being relatively a little bit higher and some being very, very low. So I think right now what's going on is, those cylinders that are weaker are not being able to keep up in a sense. You're tossing your air fuels off, and in this point, I know the customer gave us all the info from it. We're going to diagnose it that the engine is just weak and tired and old, and what he wants to do at that point with it, that's going to be up to him. So and we're getting ready to strap this one down on the dyno. FL5 with the PRL turbo upgrade and some other goodies. So we also got this going on. so here's the other car I wanted to show you guys. This is the Rezvani. Now, there's some other stuff I do want to, we got some other stuff with the car. Well, I want to talk to the customer first just to get the okay. So if she gives me the okay, then I'm going to do another video and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's just something a little on the personal side. So she might say no, which is fully understandable too. I posted a picture of this car and somebody did comment that the link down below that I'll post, this car was actually the one from Jay Leno's garage that was featured in their video. So overall, awesome car. If you're not familiar with this setup, it is based off, it's an Ariel Atom chassis. If you're really interested in it, I'm trying to get a better video picture of it. If you're really interested in it, watch the Jay Leno video, because there's a lot of explanation of what this car is and how it's built in a sense. So a little ladybug on the dashboard. So wanted to showcase this as well, just all the stuff we have going on, making sure I am in nobody's way. As you can hear, that people are working. Just another thing we have going on here. You know, we do everything, and I don't want to say anything or everything. Actually, I should go back and say we don't do body work. So, you know, if you need a bumper put on, that's one thing. If you need a lip put on, that's one thing. A spoiler, we can do that as well. But as far as like painting panels or getting dents out and stuff, we don't do that. Well, that's the one thing we don't do. Besides that, you know, you can always hit us up too. And, you know, if you got something that I didn't mention, you know, we install hoods as well. So we just don't do like paint and that kind of body work. Does that make sense? So there you go. Wanted to get this one in this video as well. The other car I wanted to feature, it's already outside, so it will be back in. I will cover that as well. It was a trans build and a Honda Element. So nothing, you know, it's simple work, routine work for us. You know, not crazy as this chassis more so, but just trying to showcase everything. There's some stuff in front. Don't want to discuss that right now. Some stuff that we found that I'll discuss in my next video. And we'll go from there. So, like I said, in all these videos, I'm just trying to show you guys we have so much stuff going on. The RSX is actually right behind me right now, and we're doing the final touches on it. Putting the bumpers on, going over a couple little things. So here's another project that we are wrapping up. This one will be getting shipped back to Colorado. Now this one has been here for a little bit, but this was a build during COVID times, and COVID screwed up a lot of stuff, to say the least. We're doing a final once-over on the dyno, as in we're going through every single thing, going through the tune, redouble checking, triple checking everything, because it has to go to Colorado, and well, Colorado's not close to us, of course. The customer too, he upped the power. I think originally he wanted like around 500. Then he asked if we can do 6. The setup itself, the block, the engine, is good for 1,300 horsepower. So it's fully sleeved, fully built here by us. It's utilizing a full race turbo manifold. That's one of the things too. That's one of the last full race turbo manifolds that we have used. That took a while to get during that time. You see that the bumper is off. When I was on the dyno, the alternator decided to spike voltage. It wiped out the boost solenoid, so we replaced that for him. We swapped out the alternator, that's why the bumper is off, so we can get to it. Now we're doing a final once-over once again. It is on flex fuel as well, so this is running a Haltech 1500. It is on flex fuel. It's got all the bells and whistles. Let's just say that. So now what I'm triple checking is going to make sure that all the flex fuel stuff is taken care of. It's switching over like it wants to. We put gas in it. The other thing too, you know, I guess hindsight's 2020. Haltech came out with a dash update, a firmware update on the dash, which was a pretty big update. Been waiting for it. A lot of people have been waiting for it. I wanted to update it before it went home. Well, it wasn't just a simple update. It wasn't just, you know, click this, update, you're done. There's a lot of stuff that needed to be reprogrammed, recalibrated, all that stuff. So doing final once-overs, that's what we got going on right now. We're going to cover all the wiring up that you see too. All the wire was re-ran to get it away from the turbo stuff. If you've ever done a turbo build on an RSX or an EP3, then you know how tight that wiring is. So we redid all that. We moved it out of the way to get it away from the turbo. It is utilizing one of our turbos, aeromotive fuel regulator with a fuel pressure sensor. So I'm going to get into this one, but we got that going on as well. I will add, not only is it super hot out, so you can probably tell that I am sweating around my eyes. You know, we saw dyno temps on the dyno yesterday, 105 degrees. It is what it is. It just means we have to do, when we're doing pulls, I'm doing pulls, it has to be a little bit longer apart. Not a huge deal. IC7-, it's tore apart right now because we had to do the update and get to it and all that fun stuff, so I'm not going to feature that. Customers thinking about doing all-wheel drive setup, it would be nice. It would be nice definitely to hook on the street. You know, you can only do so much with a certain amount of power in the front-wheel drive application. He's going to also have 3 different tunes, so he can switch from power levels to his likings. He requested that as well. I'm probably forgetting a bunch of stuff here. A little hot. I need to go take a break here in a second because I've been working non-stop. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay, so a little bit behind the scenes on what I'm doing here now. You know, stuff that typically customers don't see. And as I said earlier with the firmware update and stuff, and we had the dash back up, we had it taken down. Now, as I'm sitting here, at one point, and I have no clue what just happened, but if you look right here, so this bar, this is the bar, it's yellow, the bar background is gray. I was trying to get them to change all to be black, which I was pretty successful at doing. And then randomly, some will not go black and some will go black, no rhyme or reason. And then if you just look at it incorrectly, all the stuff that I just took care of and changed like stuff to black, it is now gray again. Now, my last resort was to call up Haltech. I did speak to them, and they pretty much just informed me, hey, it's the firmware update. It's a glitch. So it's out of my hands at this point. So what I'm doing now is just basically setting all the warnings up. I got a couple different warnings. I got the coolant warning for him. I got the fuel level warning for him that I can set up, which I did set up. Now we will see what you can do now too. It automatically, so some stuff live updates. As you change it here, it will go up there and change, which is cool. You can do a simulation. So what's supposed to happen with the fuel level, which it goes to 0, but it still shows up on the dash up there. What's supposed to happen when we get to about, it's 15%. Give me a second. So you can have it do auto, or you can just scroll through this. What's supposed to happen once it gets to 15 is it's supposed to give the customer warnings. So you can set up all your warnings that you want, and we're going to be at 15 here soon, so we'll see if it actually works. It does not. Don't know why. There is warning set, which, let's just see let's come along with me. We do have a warning. Well, warning minimum is 10. It was 15, so see if I can change this again. And let's go up here now. guys are seeing stuff in real time, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let me see if I can simulate this again now at 15. 10 is like the default, so the Haltech rep that remoted in might have put it back to default, but well, now at 15 it just disappears. So that's fun. Bear with me here. I'm trying to look through my phone at this stuff. So 15, it's just gone. So actually, what I think happened here is he went in here and possibly changed some colors up. So I have to now reset the warning, which it is fairly simple. You know, don't get me wrong. You go over here, you can set all your warnings up and all your stuff. You got your alarms right here. So the fuel level alarm, see, it is at 15. Now, there's a couple issues too with the firmware, and it is what it is. Some stuff, you know, if it looks for 15 here and then the other one, you know, looks for 15, I don't know. And a lot of people are having trouble with this too. If you're in any of the groups, you know, it is what it is. It comes with firmware updates at times. This was a large firmware update that people have been waiting. Let's see here. We're in July-ish now. November, I think the firmware update was released, or I'm sorry, talks about the firmware update. So, you know, you got December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So people have been waiting 7 months, and Haltech was pretty close to saying, you know, they said that when they would get it out, and they were pretty close on that. And I don't fault them. I don't fault them for this either. You know, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. And you know, as far as the update, yeah, if I were to able to do it all over again, I'd probably not do the update. At the same time, you know, it's one of those, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And I told the customer this too. I wanted him to get the update because it is, you know, what was supposed to happen. It is a nice update, but, you know, stuff like this can't be predicted. So it is what it is. I'm going to set it up as best as I can for the customer and finish on my end. As far as the little glitches go, what we'll ultimately do is he's going to have the cable underneath the dash to make his life easier. I can remote in at any time. And the other thing too that I did not mention was, you know, all this stuff, we already had it we already had all the dash set up, the fuel level sending stuff all set up. We had to redo it all again, and this is not costing the customer 1 penny. So this is all out of the kindness of my heart, the generosity that I offer. And this is just stuff, like I said, you don't see it. So behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so no rhyme or reason, it just started working again, and I wanted to show you guys. So you could see as I'm going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower, we're going to get to 10%. Now, I don't know why it disappears. This fuel level warning will pop up on the dash, and the LEDs that are on top of the dash will also flash. So little stuff like that I'm going in and doing. You could also see the battery light is on, so I set that up as a warning as well. Why none of these are showing now, I don't know. You know, like I said, just a glitch and whatnot. So, you know, it is what it is, but I wanted to show you guys the fuel level warning, and you can get it to set for anything. You can set different parameters if you wanted to, you know, wire your door or your hatch to be, you know, if it's open, to give you a warning too. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. It'll be really nice once all the glitches are taken care of. So I just want to add really quick, next video, I should have some more stuff about e-tuning, because I've been getting a lot of questions asked. So keep an eye out for that if that interests you. I have a bunch of other stuff I am working on that I'm going to cover. It's just, as I said before, you know, work always comes first. The editing of the videos and doing all that stuff is after hours, so it's on my own personal time. So, you know, as I said before, these videos are truly for you, and they are. I'm not getting paid, you know, millions from companies to promote stuff, and that's the other thing you'll see too. I'm not, you know, doing any ads before videos and saying, hey, you should buy this product and this drinking water because it's the greatest. It's not about that. So thanks for watching. Like I said, if you got something out of this video, please like, share, and you know, comment down below too, because that helps. So thanks, everyone.